Okay, it's the second weekend of the Trent Severn Waterway navigation season, and they finally have a notice to boaters up on the wall. It says, operations at the staff location are responsible for multiple stations. To obtain an estimated time of lockage at this station, please call, and it's blank. Parks Canada Ontario Waterways is committed to offering quality service to our visitors. Your cooperation is appreciated. However, it's very nice that they got the sign up, but the problem is there's no phone number there. But there is one on the roadside of this building. So a boater that is approaching from Lake Simcoe and heading eastbound and has to get through this swing bridge, if they're lucky, they'll see the sign. I know with my boat, I'd have to obviously approach right to here. There's nowhere to tie off or anything. So that would be a chore for somebody who's not aware of what's going on. And even at that, they can see the sign, but no phone number, and so they're going to have to back up and find somewhere to cleat off, either the other side or back here at Minding the Fishermen, tie up, come up, walk up to this building, up to the roadside, where they would finally see the phone number. I have no idea why they wouldn't have put the phone number. You know, why wouldn't they have written the phone number on the other sign? But at least we got a sign here, again on the roadside. You come up, read the number, phone them, and then they'll send somebody down. So that's the state of affairs right now for, again, the second weekend. It's Saturday, May 25th. 2013, and now I'm going to go up and take a look at the actual lock, which is just up the way, and see what they have to say about the situation. I'm going to talk to lock staff and get their thoughts and comments. Now, from this swing bridge location, standing on the swing bridge, I'm going to show you up there. You can actually see the lock, the first lock from here. It's a Gamebridge lock, lock 41, and so that's where the staff has to come from, and that's where we're gonna drive to with the truck right now and check it out. And I don't know if I can zoom in enough with this camera just to show you where it is, but it is not that far away. So we drove up to Lock 41 at Gamebridge, and I was hoping to talk to the staff and get their thoughts about what's going on here, but it's empty. Nobody's home. The lock gate is open at the top side. Obviously they're going to be bringing boats down, so they're going to be at well, they would only be at the next lock, because the staff out of this lock is going to operate this lock as well as the next lock, and that one's only, it's not even a half a mile up, as well as the swing bridge that we just came from. See, there's the next lock. It's right there. I don't see any boats in it, so I guess they're just waiting for traffic to come down this way, unless that lock's at the bottom. Who knows? Don't see any light. So I don't know, you tell me. They're saving maybe 2 bodies here for the summer at this lock. They can get an intern, school kids or something. I don't get it. I don't see where the savings are. And like I was trying to say earlier, honestly, how much money are they going to save for the navigation season, which runs from May to beginning of October? So we have 5-6 months there for 2 full-time staff, plus maybe an intern. How much is their cost going to be? It just doesn't make good business sense to me. Let's put it that way. We paid full pop for our season's pass this year, just like we did last year and every other year. Full money, no discount. Yet this is what we have to deal with. Very frustrating, and a waste of gorgeous, beautiful facility and system, this historic system of locks. And just look around. again, it's operated by Parks Canada, so every installment, every one of these locks is like a mini national park.
Just immaculate, like every lock.
Yeah, see, that's the other problem. Like somebody mentioned already on Facebook, that they may or may not be able to get to just the maintenance. Not because they're short-staffed, but because, again, if they're waiting for a boat to come through and it looks like there's a boat entering that lock now, they have to leave this to go up and service that lock. So this side is mowed, that side is not. So now they have to get Buddy through this lock and then run down to do the swing bridge. So that doesn't leave a lot of spare time for doing stuff like this. I'm not saying it's not impossible to do, but you also have to think that their day has been shortened by 2 hours as another cost-cutting measure. So you stack that all on top of each other, and to me this becomes a greatly underused, undervalued resource for the people of Canada. And it's not only for us boating types, but if I look around, I'll show you, we're just talking to some people here that are traveling by car. People come here just for a picnic. We've done it ourselves years ago before we had boats of our own. And there's a lot of foot traffic. People come up, maybe do a little bit of fishing, they come for a picnic. There's another couple down there at the bottom of the lock, and everybody wants to enjoy the facilities, which they should, because it's a national park space. And so everybody's going to lose a little bit just to save a bit of money. And like I say, they're not saving any money with me. We paid full pop for our season's pass. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick update on what transpired yesterday after we left the lock, the part you just were watching. We were able to drive around a little bit and actually catch up with some of the lock staff. And I was wanting to get their take on what's going on with these changes. And believe it or not, but the management at the headquarters of the Trent Severn Waterway somehow caught wind of my video, watched it, and they were warned not to talk to me. Insofar as don't answer any direct questions about what the new policy is. Anything like that was supposed to be directed to management, which is pretty much going to be a waste of time, because we all know it's just going to be, they're going to be reading from a script and not going to get any more insights. So unfortunately, the boys weren't able to be too candid with me with their responses, and it was pretty much, you're going to have to ask management, because they're now considering me media. Which I replied to that, no, we're just concerned boaters, that we have our waterway pass for the year already, and we've been doing this for years and we just have concerns. Anyways, so that's that. A couple of things I did bring up with the boys was my concerns with, first of all, potential long wait and what boats are going to do if things start getting backed up, because you saw the swing bridge down on Lake Simcoe side. Sure, there's a lot of docking potentially for boats, but you have a bunch of fishermen that are down there all the time, and I could imagine, tempers being heated if, they're asked to move or leave or whatever. As well, the other consideration is the smaller boats that can actually make it underneath the bridge and get it up to the lock. If the bigger boats are waiting for the swing bridge to get to the lock for, potentially, let's say 1 or 2 or 3 hours even. The bridge is swung, we get up to the lock, there already be a half a dozen or more smaller boats that were able to make it under the bridge waiting there. So who goes in first? So again, I can potentially see a lot of tempers being flared, especially on a hot summer day. And unfortunately, the lock staff, they're going to take the brunt of it. And they more or less acknowledge that, yeah, that's a very distinct possibility. The other consideration that I had concern, that is that if there is nowhere to tie up your boat when you're waiting the lock through, especially over at the Bolsover side, because between the lock, which has limited tie-up space along the lock wall, there's that, and then there's a swing bridge right behind it. So one wouldn't be able to get back through the swing bridge to head to one of the marinas. There's a Sunset Cove Marina, which you could tie up to, but I'm sure that the marina wouldn't want want every boat tying up there simply because they can't get through the locks. So what are you going to do? You know, twist in the wind? We've had to do that a number of times down at Lock 45 at Port Severn with this big boat, which is, you know, it's a sail in the wind all by itself. And, you know, that's half an hour, 45 minutes in and out of gear. I couldn't imagine, I wouldn't want to, and I would do everything that I could to not have to do that for hours at a time. Again, their reply was, take it up with management. Management, I know, will just, you know, they're going to toe the party line, and this is Parks Canada policy. What we should have is somebody from Parks Canada, not the Trent Severn Waterway people, because they probably have a pretty good handle on what's going on and, you know, the experience, but the bean counters from Ottawa who, you know, slash budget, just say we'll take a couple of bodies out of the equation, we'll save money, and everything will keep on going. Like I said to the boys yesterday, it's not like reducing a lane on the 401 highway or the 400 highway for the summer. You know, things are going to be slower, yes, but still traffic moving. I really don't think they understand the dynamics and the mechanics of boating, and especially taking a big boat like that through the locks can be, you know, somewhat challenging and daunting on really windy days, or if there's a lot of traffic. Obviously they don't understand what's going on. So maybe if you guys are watching this at the Trent Severn Waterway headquarters, maybe pass that on to the bean counters in Ottawa and the staff at Mr. Kent's office. We've been boating the system. This will be our 11th season. I operate a website exclusively dedicated to the Trent Severn Waterway, the waterway.ca, which I built years ago to show off the beauty of the system and the fabulous resource that it is. And unfortunately, our federal government is squandering away that resource and that heritage by simply slashing costs. Why don't they, I don't know. I would be willing to pay more for our season's pass, which is already on the boat, to avoid that. Summer is short. The boating season is even shorter. Like, come on, guys, let's get it together. Anyways, I look forward to all your comments and what you people have to say. Anybody in Parks Canada, Trent Severn Waterway, feel free to get in touch with me. Leave me a message on this video. Leave a message on my Facebook page. Go to my blog. There's a logbook. You can leave a message, and I'd be willing to talk to you. Okay? Everybody else, happy boating. Take care.